What is up, guys? It is James, and I'm back with another video. Today is day 2 of the JR Trading Academy, and today we're simply just going to talk about what is trading, and we're going to talk about how to set up everything. So today's going to be a pretty simple day. Still not really going over technical analysis, just kind of giving an overview of what day trading is for those absolute beginners, because this series is supposed to help people that don't know anything about day trading. So first off, we're going to talk about what is day trading and what is trading in general. And trading is basically just buying and selling some sort of instrument. What I like to trade is futures. That is my bread and butter. But if, like some of you guys know, I didn't always trade futures. I actually traded Forex, which is short for foreign exchange. But we won't get into that. We'll just stick to futures because that is what I know. So what is futures? Futures is basically the NASDAQ, the S&P 500. You can buy gold, silver, like commodities, stuff like that. We'll get more into that when I show you guys what TradingView is. So let's go on to TradingView real quick. You can see my desktop right here. I have TradingView right here, but we'll type it in TradingView right there. And this is what TradingView is. This is what you guys are going to be using when you guys are trying to look at the charts. So if you see right here, you can go to products right here, and you can go to super charts when you go to TradingView. And as you can see, these are what the candlesticks are. This is candlesticks right here. You can see that I have all of these indexes, instruments right here. I have Bitcoin right here. This, you can look at the price of Bitcoin right now. It's at 62K. And then I also have all these other instruments that I can take a look at. I have NQ, which is the NASDAQ. You also have ES right here, which is the S&P 500. Those are the two instruments I like to trade. So someone was detected at your driveway ring. Someone's home. So your TradingView might not look like this when you first start it. I'm going to delete NQ and ES, and I'm going to show you how to add it. So if you take a look, you can go to this top left corner right here, search up a instrument. So for NASDAQ, you're going to want two instruments. You're going to want the NASDAQ, which is NQ. You're going to come to NQ right here with this exclamation point. You're going to click on it right here. And now you're on the NASDAQ. If you actually take a look right here, we have this watch list. You want to create a watch list. So you click right here, do the same thing, NQ1 exclamation point. You're going to add that right there. Now we have it added on our watch list. So I'm going to move that to my features list right here. And then I'm also going to add ES, which is S&P 500. So we have it right here, ES1. You could search it up too, ES1 exclamation point, which is right here. And you want it from the CME right here. So we're going to add that to our watch list as well. Now we have our two instruments that we are going to be taking a look at. So now that we have that started, now you have the two instruments we're going to be taking a look at. And yeah, second thing you want to get set up is when you're going over the series, if you want to practice, you can always paper trade. What is paper trading? Paper trading is using fake money. How do you get started on paper trading? You can press this button right here. Let me move my webcam so it's not floating right in the middle. You can take this right here, press trade right here. Oops. Let me see. Actually, I have this set up already. Let me see if I can X out, log out. Okay, so we're going to come up here and you're going to press trade. This is going to come up right here. These are all everything you can trade with, but we're going to want to paper trade with TradingView. This is just a simulation. This is like you're practicing trading. It's everything you can do with real money, but we're just using fake money. So press paper trading right there, press connect, and now you have a paper trading account. So if you want to start an account, do that. And then if you want to actually set up a balance, we're going to act like I don't have a balance right now. We're going to press create account. Say this is our paper account right here. And you can set the amount of money you want for your account. So this says 100,000. We're going to start off at 50,000 just because that is what a lot of these prop firms, we'll get into that in the future with the series, but a lot of prop firms start out at 50,000. So we're going to set that at 50,000 USD. So press create right there. Now you have a paper account for $50,000. So now that we have that set up, I'm going to show you how to practice paper trading. So as you can see right here, like I said, day trading, you can make money when it goes up or down. It doesn't matter if it's going down, you can still make money when it's going down. That's a hard concept for a lot of people to make when they first start day trading. So move this right back over here. So as you can see, we're actually in a downtrend right here. We'll get into all this technical analysis in the future, in the upcoming episodes. But as you can see, we're in a downtrend. So if we're going down, we can still make money. As you can see right here, I'm just going to press sell. As you can see right here, we have our sell and our buy option right here. So if you want to try to make money, you can press sell to short it. Short means sell, and then long means buy. So if you're trying to make money and you want to short everything, if you can see, this is the price right here. Right now, price is at 24,348. For every point, 1 point is basically when it goes to 24,420 to 24,421, that is 1 point. Every point that it moves, that is $20. So just understand that every point it moves $20 with one contract. So if we if we take a buy right here, if you see we ask for units right here, if you have one, that means you want to buy one contract. So every point it moves, it's going to be $20. So we're going to press buy right here. And as you can see, now we're in. So as you can see, every point it moves, we bought at 24,374 was our entry price that we entered in. And now you can see we're in profit of $40 right here because price is above our entry of 24,374. So now we can either close our position. Right now it's at negative 55, and you can close it for either a profit or a loss. Right now we're in a loss right now of $90, and it's because we're in a downtrend. So we can close that position right here, close position, and now we're out of our position. And if you take a look right here, go to our account, you can see now our balance is 49,940, and we have a realized position of 60, realized P&L of negative $60. So that is how you can practice. You can also do the same thing with selling. You can press the sell button, and if you change this to 2, that means that every point is going to be two contracts, which is $40 for every point that it moves now. So that can be very, very risky when you start getting to higher contract sizes. You can't do fractional contract sizes. You can't do 1.5 contracts. You can either only do 1, 2, whole numbers. You can't do decimals. So say you're doing 2 contracts, now it's going to be $40 every point move. So say you want to sell, now we're in a position of selling, so it's going to move $40 every time it moves a point. You can also set stop losses and take profits. Since we're in a sell position, our stop loss is going to be higher than our position. Say you want to have a stop loss of all the way up here, stop loss. You can move it right here, and it shows you how much money you're going to lose if you set your stop loss right there. So set your stop loss right there, and then you're going to want to press confirm. So that's your stop loss. What does that mean? That means if price ever gets to this point right here, it's going to automatically take you out of your position, and it's going to liquidate you and take you for a loss of $1,100. Say you want to set a take profit. What is a take profit? That is where price will take you out automatically if price hits that point. So say you want to move your take profit to right here. You're going to press confirm, and it shows that if price comes to right here, price will exit you for a profit of $1,060. So that is what stop loss is. That is what a take profit is. And you can see that our position is in a floating position of $220 right now. I'm going to move my take profit to right here just to show you what it looks like when it gets hit. Let's confirm it, and let's hopefully see it get hit. So as you can see, hit our take profit right there, and it automatically liquidated us and exited our position. So now you can take a look at our account. You can see our realized position is $200, and that is because our previous position we took a loss of $60, and then our second position we took a profit of $260, and that comes out to a net profit of $200, seeing that our account balance is at $50,200 now. So that is how you place trades on TradingView. That is how you can practice on TradingView. If you want to paper trade, kind of get reps with fake money, and I advise you guys to practice with fake money before you do the real thing so that you minimize the amount of losses. Second thing I want to talk about is what pair are you supposed to trade? So I like to call these pairs NQ and ES. Not really pairs, because pairs is more geared to Forex, but we have these two instruments. That's a better word for it. We have NQ and ES right here. Those are the two things that we trade. And when you're trading these you can treat these as different personalities, because NQ and ES, they move differently. Not everything moves the same. So when you're practicing trading, you want to make sure that you're understanding that instrument, because NQ, that has its own personality compared to ES. NQ is more of a volatile instrument compared to ES. ES has a personality of more calm and relaxed, moves a little bit slower, not as manipulative. NQ is more of that crazy girlfriend that can't really, that just is very, very erratic, and you can make a lot of money with NQ, whereas ES is more a little bit calm. Like that girlfriend, you can kind of predict what they want to do, and they're a little bit more chiller. But NQ, on the other hand, they're more erratic, but you can make a lot of money with NQ because it moves a little bit quicker. So understand that different instruments move differently. They don't all move the same. Some move faster than others. Some move a lot slower. I personally like to trade NQ. I like that thrill of a crazy girlfriend. No, I'm just kidding. But I do trade NQ on a real note. I trade NQ a lot more than ES. I'll be using NQ as an example when I'm going over the series. But yeah, that's basically what day trading is. It's very, very simple. You can either buy, you can either sell, you can make money going either direction. Price does not have to be just going up for you to make money. You can make money when price is going down. This right here, these are all candlesticks right here. My next video, on day 3, we'll go over candlesticks just to give you a little overview what these tell you. But these are candlesticks right here, and all you really need for day trading is TradingView. TradingView is going to tell you the bigger picture. It shows you what price is doing over the span of days, months, a couple hours, every minute. As you can see right here, these are the time frames right here. We have our 1 minute time frame, our 5 minute time frame, and this shows you everything that happens within these time frames. We'll get a little bit more into that in the next video, but that is all really day trading is. Day trading is, there are different forms of day trading. There's swing trading, intraday day trading, and then there's also scalping. Scalping is mainly what I do because with swing trading, that is what I used to do. That is more of holding trades overnight over a span of a couple days. And that can be good for long-term investing, just a little bit longer term if you have a little bit less time. But if you want to do my strategy, which is more of a scalping strategy, I'm more focused on the lower time frame. What happens within those shorter time frames? What happens within a span of 5-10 minutes? Because I'm going to be in and out of trades. I'm not going to be in trades longer than 30 minutes, I'd say. Most of my trades last about 5 minutes or less, really. So that's what a scalper is. Intraday is more of being within a trade from, say, an hour to whatever. You just don't want to hold a trade overnight if you're intraday trading. So those are the types of trading there is. Anything else I want to talk about? Yeah, really not much else. Just a little setup, how to get everything started, and then starting tomorrow, we'll get into the technical analysis, which is the exciting part. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is for the absolute beginners that are just getting started. I expect most of you guys to already know this, but if you're just getting started, welcome, because you are about to learn the world of trading. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to follow along with the series if you haven't already, and like the video. I'll see you guys for day 3 tomorrow. Peace.